What if I told you that some of the world's richest people don't escape to penthouses, private islands, or even mega-yachts, but instead quietly disappear at sea? While social media shows luxury as flashy cars and front-row seats, billionaires are choosing something far more discreet: ultra-luxury cruises that most people don't even know exist. We're talking about floating estates with private butlers, invitation-level dining, it's Michelin-level dining, and security so tight that no one knows who's on board unless they're meant to. No paparazzi, no crowds, no noise. Just miles of open ocean and complete control. These aren't cruises you can casually book online. They were not designed to impress strangers. Rebuilt for people who value privacy more than attention and time more than money. In today's world, luxury isn't about showing off anymore, it's about disappearing. And that's exactly what makes luxury cruises so attractive to billionaires. Imagine waking up in a different country without packing a single bag, having the route change based on your mood or the weather, closing multi-million-dollar deals over dinner while the world quite literally drifts by outside your window. For billionaires, these cruises are not vacations in the traditional sense. They're controlled environments where business, relaxation, and exploration blend seamlessly. In this video, we're going to break down why the ultra-wealthy are increasingly choosing luxury cruises over private jets, five-star hotels, and even mega-yachts. And once you understand the psychology behind it, you'll never look at luxury travel the same way again. Extreme privacy and security for billionaires. Privacy is not a preference, it's a necessity. At a certain level of wealth, being seen becomes a liability. Cameras, strangers, leaks, and unwanted attention turn everyday life into a security risk. Luxury cruises solve this problem in a way no hotel or resort ever could. These ships function like floating fortresses, designed from the ground up to protect anonymity. Guest lists are tightly controlled, often vetted months in advance, and in many cases, entire decks or even entire ships are booked by a single family or group. Facial recognition systems, private security teams, and encrypted onboard communications ensure that what happens on board stays on board. Unlike luxury hotels, where staff rotate constantly and guests come and go, cruise staff are long-term, discreet, and contractually bound by strict confidentiality agreements. Billionaires value this consistency. The crew learns preferences quickly, from dining habits to security routines, creating a seamless experience without repeated explanations. There are no random visitors, no unexpected encounters in a lobby, and no social media posts tagging locations. At sea, visibility disappears. There's no paparazzi boat waiting outside, no drone hovering overhead, and no curious crowd forming nearby. The ocean itself becomes a natural barrier, and that isolation is priceless. In a world where privacy is almost extinct, luxury cruises offer something incredibly rare: the ability to exist without being watched. For billionaires, that alone justifies the cost. Total control over the environment. Control is the foundation of wealth. Billionaires are accustomed to shaping outcomes, not reacting to them, and luxury cruises are built to reflect that mindset. On these ships, nothing is fixed unless the guest wants it to be. Routes can change mid-journey. Destinations can be skipped, extended, or replaced entirely based on weather, privacy concerns, or personal mood. If a port feels too crowded, the ship simply moves on. If a hidden cove feels perfect, the ship stays longer. Inside the vessel, customization reaches an extreme level. Menus are designed around personal nutrition plans, cultural preferences, or even medical requirements. Chefs source ingredients globally and adjust meals daily. Interior spaces are modular, allowing rooms to transform into gyms, offices, spas, or private theaters. Lighting, temperature, scent, and sound are all adjustable, often room by room. This isn't hospitality, it's ownership without responsibility. Unlike private jets, which require constant coordination and offer limited space, cruises provide scale. Unlike hotels, which force guests into shared infrastructure, cruises adapt entirely to the individual. The environment moves with the billionaire, not the other way around. This level of control creates a sense of calm that's difficult to achieve elsewhere. When every variable is managed, the mind finally relaxes. Status without flashiness, true wealth doesn't announce itself. Billionaires understand that visible luxury often attracts the wrong kind of attention. That's why luxury cruises appeal to those who prefer quiet signals over loud statements. There are no giant logos, no red carpets, no viral Instagram moments. Instead, there's subtle recognition understood only by those who belong to the same circle. Within billionaire communities, luxury cruises are seen as insider choices. They represent knowledge, access, and discernment rather than excess. Anyone can buy a flashy car if they have enough money. But very few people know how to access invitation-only cruise programs or custom-built vessels designed for ultra-high net worth individuals. This discretion becomes a form of status in itself. Onboard guests are surrounded by peers who share similar values: privacy, intelligence, ambition, and restraint. Conversations are deeper. Behavior is calmer. There's no need to prove anything. When billionaires choose luxury cruises, they're not trying to impress the world. They're realigning themselves with others who already understand their position. That silent acknowledgement carries more weight than public applause ever could. Access to the world's most exclusive locations, luxury cruises unlock parts of the world that traditional travel simply cannot reach. Billionaires are not interested in crowded landmarks or tourist-filled destinations. They seek rarity places that feel untouched, hidden, or unreachable. With advanced navigation systems and specialized vessels, luxury cruises can access remote islands, secluded coastlines, and private anchorages that jets and hotels can't accommodate. Imagine docking near a private island that doesn't appear on public maps, or waking up surrounded by Arctic ice without another ship in sight. From the hidden coves of the Mediterranean to isolated Pacific atolls, these cruises deliver experiences that feel personal and exclusive. There are no check-in lines, no scheduled tours, and no shared itineraries. Exploration happens on the billionaire's terms. This access transforms travel from consumption into discovery. Instead of visiting places that millions have already seen, billionaires experience locations as if they're the first to arrive. That sense of novelty and ownership is incredibly appealing to people who already have everything else. For them, the world isn't a checklist, it's a canvas. Business happens at sea. Luxury cruises aren't just retreats, they're strategic environments where business thrives. Billionaires often travel with partners, investors, advisors, and family members, turning the ship into a floating headquarters. At sea, distractions disappear. Phones are quieter. Schedules slow down. Conversations deepen. This creates the perfect setting for high-stakes discussions. Deals that might take months on land can close in days at sea. The controlled environment fosters trust, privacy, and focus. There's no risk of leaks, no interruptions from external obligations, and no pressure from outside forces. Everything needed: legal teams, financial advisors, secure communication is already on board. Beyond formal meetings, business happens organically. Conversations over dinner, walks on deck, or shared experiences often lead to breakthroughs. The ocean has a way of removing tension and hierarchy, allowing ideas to flow freely. Many billionaires believe their best decisions were made not in boardrooms, but while watching the horizon drift by. At sea, thinking becomes clearer, and clarity is power. Time is the ultimate luxury. For billionaires, money is abundant, but time is finite. Luxury cruises are designed to eliminate inefficiency. There's no constant packing and unpacking, no airport delays, no traffic, and no logistical headaches. Everything moves as one cohesive system, allowing guests to focus entirely on what matters. This efficiency creates mental space. Instead of managing transitions, billionaires can rest, reflect, and recharge. The slow rhythm of the ocean encourages deeper thought and emotional balance. Days feel longer, not because they're filled with activities, but because they're free from urgency. Luxury cruises also blend work and rest seamlessly. A morning meeting can be followed by a private swim. An afternoon strategy session can transition into a sunset dinner without changing locations. This integration preserves energy and reduces burnout. For people responsible for massive enterprises, that balance is invaluable. In the end, luxury cruises don't just offer comfort, they offer time reclaimed. And for billionaires, that may be the most valuable asset of all. At the highest level of wealth, Luxury stops being about what you can buy and becomes about what you can escape. Billionaires, Don. T choose luxury cruises because they re-extravagant. They choose them because they offer something the modern world can T: privacy, control, and time to think. Out there at sea, status fades, noise disappears, and clarity takes over. It's not about traveling in style, it's about moving through life on your own terms. Maybe that's the real lesson here. True luxury isn't loud, visible, or crowded. It's quiet, intentional, and completely out of reach for anyone who doesn't understand its value. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. And remember, when money is unlimited, freedom becomes the ultimate destination.